What is going on, everybody? And welcome to the Wraparound. I'm your host, Mike Laro. Phil's win tonight, 6-2. Back-to-back bombs in the seventh by Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper really got a hold of that one. Mets lose. Phillies are now up to 6-game lead in the National League East. Again, they're going to be going back and forth. It looks like these Phillies with the Padres right now. Padres are up. As Al was just saying, whoa, welcome to the Wraparound, guys. And do we have a show for you tonight? Again, we're going to go over this Phillies game. Basically, what just happened that we just saw. Al was just going over it probably for like the last half hour or so. Duran, x-rays are negative. They said he was able to walk away on his own power. So good for him. So, again, I'm waiting now also to see what is. Oh, there we go. Waiting to see what's going on there. So, Mickey checking in saying, so sound. What's going on? I'll tell you what, looking around Major League Baseball tonight, Mets continue to struggle, man. And how about the Brewers? Brewers were down in their game 8-1. Ended up coming back and winning that game 10-8. Wow. That's the only thing I can say. It's just wow. We're going to get into looking around what's going on with Major League. We're going to be going around, taking a look at the Major League standings, kind of talking about that. So, again, guys, Phillies win tonight. With, man, I don't. Ugh. Yeah, this is crazy. I'm looking here to see what's going on. All right. No. What the heck is going on here? Sorry, guys. Seeing a little something going on here with our Facebook. If you guys are trying to see what's going on with Facebook here, I don't know what's going on right now with it on Facebook. So we are live on as we can see here. I keep getting a notification blocking me up here about our Facebook. So obviously there's a little bit of an issue being seen on Facebook, but we are live on X and YouTube. So if you guys are like and subscribe, it does not cost a thing here over at It's a Wrap Sports. Phillies, again, not the best start for one Zach Wheeler. You can't hear me. Can't hear me? All right, let me go take a look here for a second. Hello. Yeah, my stuff's working there, Mickey. I don't know, buddy. I don't know. Check your. It's good on my end. You can hear me. You can hear me. Star Wars. Okay. All right, Mick. Check yourself on your end, buddy. They can hear me, and my studio is working pretty good here. So, all right. There we go. So anyway, let's get on with this as we talk. Hopefully, Mick, you can hear me and be able to hear me going forward. Phillies win tonight, like I said, 6-2. Big top of the seventh for the Phillies. You have Schwarber hit a 3-run home run. Then right behind him, Harper. Finally, the big bats starting to hit. It was good to see. I kind of complained about that last night with their loss last night, 3-2. This team, like I said, their big boys got to start hitting. They came through tonight. I'm expecting them, really, honestly, to be by the end of this weekend. They should be 8 games up. So at least 7 or 8 games up on the Mets. I really do believe that they should be up. So, it says, "Come on, Mike. Did Al break stuff?" I don't think so, man. I don't know what's going on your end there, Mick. But Star Wars can hear me. Um, nobody else is typing in saying that they can't hear me, but hopefully you can hear me now. Uh, so I guess there's some technical difficulties going on. I know on my end here, I just went into and kind of checked it. So everything is fine on my end. I can actually see my bars on the bottom of the screen with my mic. So my mic is working. So I don't know, man. Hopefully. But yes, getting back with this Phillies team, uh, you know, you're looking at Duran taking that ball off the ankle. He's probably going to be sore. They're probably going to have to at least get some of the swelling down before they can find out what's going to happen with him, how long he may be out. He may be out for a few games. It is what it is. You got Alvarado coming back. Guess what? Use his arm. So if Duran does have to take some time on the DL, you do have Alvarado coming back that you can use. So I guess if there is a silver lining, you do have Alvarado coming back. This Phillies, are you guys worried about this Phillies pitching staff? Ranger not looking good. Zach Wheeler did not look good tonight. To me, he didn't look as dominant as he'd been. Was leaving his ball up a lot tonight. It looked like it kind of reminded me of Aaron Nola when we used to see Nola, and Nola looked like he was running out of gas. He would just, oh man, I'm sorry, man, my hat's all crooked. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sitting here looking, the hat's all off, but he looked like how Nola would just try to get it up there and have the movement on his ball, and it looked like he was really, really fighting to try to place his pitches tonight. And you got to give the Nationals credit. They took him deep. And he was getting hit. Not like, it's. I don't know. His stuff over the last couple ones have been just, it's been weird. Watching him pitch. Same thing with Ranger. Christopher Sanchez had an off game this week as well, as he got rocked around. So, I mean, it's been kind of weird with the pitching staff, I believe. It looks like Luzardo's we kind of know what he is now. He's good for the first 5.5 innings. After that, he kind of goes south on him. So, to me, I got to see more what's going on with this guy, because if not, it's going to look pretty bleak going if this Phillies starting pitcher staff really starts to kind of come unglued. Excuse me. So, for me, honestly, going forward, I think Noah coming back is a great thing right about now. You can probably give Wheeler a little bit of a breather. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't mind seeing Robbie go to a 6-man rotation. Why not? You're going to have Noah there. If you can give, Wheeler a break here and there. I know that's not his thing. It's not his routine, but you could just see it in his last few starts that it just hasn't been there. And it's really looking, even with it not really being there, if you're taking a look, he's only given up 2 runs, but he's getting hit around a lot more. And for me, I need to see him be that guy. I need him to see, to be that person. So, I just, for me, I want to make sure that he's right. We got to make sure he's right going into this postseason. So, all right. Got one more comment going over here. Star Wars saying Schwarber hits his 43rd homer in the 7th inning as the Phillies beat the Nationals 6-2, snapping a 3-game losing streak. Yes, that's what we are talking about right now, Star Wars. Tell me, though, are you guys a little worried about Zach Wheeler? Are you worried about Wheeler and Ranger Suarez? Because, again, I'm looking at this, and Ranger's starting to have a pattern. Ranger's starting to have a pattern where, the second half of the season leading into the postseason, is just not good. He hasn't been good over the last 3 years. Going into the second half of the season, Rangers kind of had a dip in the second half. Now he does kind of come around in the playoffs. At least the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, he usually pitches pretty decent. But it's that there's a swoon, like a second half dive with him where he doesn't look well. And I think we're starting to see that again. Again, by the way he pitched the other night, looked very frustrated, which we don't really see with that. I mean, usually he's calm, cool, collected. He's Mr. Cool, is Ranger Suarez. And, but we got Ricky checking in. Ricky saying, no Joe on live tonight. Only have Ricky on tonight. Oh, good luck, man. Thank you for coming on, Ricky. But I don't know, guys. For me, I got to see more. This offense has to pick it up. And the only thing that's been helping really this Phillies team is what Star Wars is saying right here. It's the Mets. Like, you gotta love them. You gotta love the Mets. I do. Except, my heart actually reaches out. I know a few friends of mine who are diehard Mets fans. My buddy TJ, my buddy Richie. Those guys have been lifelong Mets fans. They're probably sitting there going, "What the hell?" And of course, a friend of ours, me and Pat, Pudge Mike. He's got to be beside himself. I mean, I've been watching his TikToks. He's been trying to stay positive. Their pitching is just, God, what happened to it? I know what happened to it. I think kind of their backbone of their rotation, the backbone of their rotation kind of went somewhere else. And the guy that they had last year who ate up a lot of innings for him, but I felt was kind of their backbone, was Luis Severino. And I think with him leaving and those injuries that happened and the moves that they made just didn't really work out. And it's been a weird year. And Juan Soto, listening to Mets fans kind of get on him. The guy's having, if you look at it from the outside, you would think he's having a decent season. And I was like, but then you hear the guys who follow this team and social media influencers that follow this team, they said it's the most hollow, stats of all. So, again, the Mets team, I'm kind of surprised. I know I joke and I kid and I say the Mets are going to Met Bowl. They're really Metting it this year. Ricky says, can I over tonight? I guess he's saying, can I take over live tonight? Can you take over, Ricky? I don't know about that, man. If that's something that Maddie lets you do, buddy, that's between you and Maddie. I'm actually here. This is Pat's show. I'm actually filling in for my partner. So, Star Wars says Turner's been hitting 5 hits in the last 2 games. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Star Wars, I was a little disappointed in Trey last night in that 9th inning last night. I felt like he kind of went out with a whimper in that last at bat. He swung at some ball. He swung at like 2 balls that were like almost ready to hit him. And so I was a little angry with that. So, but I'm glad he's getting on. He's doing his thing. But again, looking at this Major League scoreboard, I'm going to give you guys a quick, just a rundown of the scoreboard right now. If you are looking at it, where is it at? Here we go. Pirates over the Cubs today, 3-2 in Wrigley. Brewers, this was the game probably of the day. They were down huge in this game. I believe they were down 8-1 in this game at one point. Come back and win 10-8 in Cincinnati. And they pretty much are running away with the Central here. Blue Jays come back to beat the Rangers 6-5. It was Boston over the Marlins 2-1. Braves shut out the Guardians 2-0. Braves, I'm going to tell you what, for a team that knows that they're not going to be in the postseason, they're really kind of beating up on some teams there. Taking 2 or 3 from the Mets And they get the Mets back probably they get the Mets back next week. Like the Mets, they got Seattle, and then they go to Atlanta, then they come here. So, or we go there, one or the other. I know we get them close. Speaking of those Mets, they lose 11-9 to the Mariners tonight. Again, 14 out of 16 losses for those New York Metropolitans. And like I said, if it wasn't for, Cincinnati having to play the Brewers, who have just been, white hot, the Mets right now they'd be out of the postseason picture looking out. Kansas City 3, Chicago 1. It was the Tigers. Actually, it is the Tigers right now. They just tacked on the extra point. It is 7-0 over the Minnesota Twins. Also 7-0. The Orioles blank the Astros tonight. Yankees right now, bottom of the 8th, leading the Cardinals 4-3. Also, same score. The Colorado Rockies, top of the 8th, also leading 4-3 over the Diamondbacks. Angels and the A's 1-1 after the second. Bottom of the third, 1-0 San Diego over the Dodgers. And the end of the second, it is the Giants 3 and the Padres. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Giants 3, Rays 1. So there is your scoreboard. I know Al just ran it down just a little bit ago, but I wanted to give you an updated thing just in case. But that Cincinnati game kind of came out to me because I was kind of looking at that. I said, if you heard me last night on the Fights Final, I said that's probably going to be a series to what you want to watch, just because Cincinnati's around that third playoff spot or that third wild card spot. I definitely, that's one of the series I want to take a look at. If you're looking nostalgic baseball, you got that Yankees and Cardinals series in St. Louis. I think that should be a pretty decent one. Again, Padres and Dodgers. I think that's going to be a really, really good one. And I'll tell you what, just because of our interest right now, you got to look at really Seattle and the Mets. We're going to be watching that, or at least keeping an eye over what's going on over there. Ricky checks in. He goes, Matt is going live tonight. No, Matty is off until Sunday night, bub. Although he will be on tomorrow's Fighting Final. So after the Phillies game, if you want to see Matty B, he will be on then. He actually has the next two Fighting Finals. So, again, Matty will be on then, Ricky. So make sure you check him out. As a matter of fact, I do have the remaining schedule. Al Safiri, okay, I guess, Al, you didn't get one off yet, or you're just saying your way of saying good night, but hey, great job tonight. I always like popping on whoever's on a Friday if I'm covering for Pat. I like to pop on. I will always do that, and or try to do it. I like to pop on and let you guys know, hey, don't forget I'm coming on. So it was always good hopping on with Al, and Al doesn't mind it anyway. So we kind of have this a thing, like we will definitely pop in on each other, especially if they're following. So to me, there's really no choice about that. Guys, I am happy to announce that on August 30th, that's right, August 30th, that's right, the end of this month, yours truly will be hosting the Happy Valley Huddle. That's right, your one and only Penn State Nittany Lions postgame show. We will be, I will be on that as well. And Wednesday night, September 3rd, I will be debuting a new show looking on the side of betting for college and pro football, prop bets, stuff like that. So keep it here. I have 2 new shows coming, like I said, so make sure you tune in. But speaking of shows, first things first, speaking of Matty B, that's right, Sunday night, Matty will be back. That's right, at 10 p.m. Breaking down all Phillies sports, including my favorite part of his show, This Date in Philadelphia Sports History. He will be back giving you the non-homer takes that you guys have all loved to have grown to love and come to know. So make sure you tune in for the unbiased and non-homerish takes of, It's a Wrap Sports, the king of non-homerism himself, Matty B. He will be here Sunday through Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern. On Thursday, 9 o'clock. That's right. Steve Fuentes, that handsome fellow right there on the right, him and Pat Bernard, they will have you covered with all the MLS action and including our very own Philadelphia Union. Make sure you guys check into them. Thursdays, 9 o'clock for the attacking third. As you know, right now you are on is the wraparound. Our Bugs Bunny, Pat Bernard, has been taking a much needed vacation. So he will be joining us hopefully shortly. Again, you have me, him, and Al on Sunday mornings for P&M in the AM. Your Sunday mornings will never be the same. Coming at the end of the month, that's right, Thursday, August 28th. There you have it, right there, the Birds Blast with Kyle Quinn. That's right, 94 WIP's Kyle Quinn from the Midday Show. He will be joining our fearless leader, Matty B, and they will be going over all the stuff with the Birds. So I can't really wait for this. Speaking of cannot wait, and tomorrow, that's right, Steve Fuentes will be hosting you with the Birds Flyby. I may pop on, I may not. I don't know yet. It all depends on how mad I get watching that Birds game. So, again, make sure you guys tune in for that. The Birds Flyby. It would be just after the final whistle here on It's a Wrap Sportsnet. And, of course, like I said, the one and only Matty B, he will be on tomorrow night right after the Fightins, the Phillies game. He'll be right on here with the Fightins final. And then he has it again on Sunday. And one of my favorite things that Matty does, and I will give Matty his kudos on this. Matty does a great job when it comes to Phillies prospects, Flyers prospects. You will get to see that more extensively when we cover the Flyers coming up this upcoming season. Excuse me. I have a tickle in my throat here. Yeah, you will see. Matty is really good with in-depth and young drafted guys from the Flyers and also from the Phillies, handling and seeing their minor leagues. He does a really great job with that. So make sure you tune in for the Down on the Farm segment. That I always look forward to that. I like to see who's hot and who's not in the Phillies farm system. Maybe they might be able to, get up there and take charge. Star Wars says we need lots of prayers, hoping Duran's going to be okay. I think Duran will be okay. I looked and saw the highlight of that. I kind of missed the later part of the game. I kind of missed it. But when I was watching it, I saw the replay of it. It hit him. He might be a little sore. They might give him a few days off to see what happened. His x-rays came back negative. So that's a good thing. Well, I'll just have to wait and see with that. A lot of ice and anti-inflammatory should help him out. Here we go. We're going to roll over to the Birds. That's right. Birds get preseason game number 2 tomorrow. What are you guys looking for in this game? I don't think there's going to be any, starters playing. I think they were long past those days of, at least here. I don't think they play the starters. They kind of treat these joint practices as kind of their preseason now. Looking at some notes from today's preseason game, Devontae Smith seemed to be very hard for the Cleveland Browns to handle. But on the likewise, Myles Garrett has just been a handful during these joint practices going against our offensive line. So, again, I'm interested to see the battle for cornerback number 2. Who's going to take a step, towards I'm really waiting to see. Guys, if you are local, Channel 10 will have the game tomorrow. I believe it's at 1 o'clock. So it's instead of a Sunday afternoon game, you get a Saturday afternoon game. So make sure you guys tune in and watch for that. Just really kind of looking around and seeing what what's going on. I know we did have some NFL scores to go along for tonight. Titans actually, Titans, uh, Titans actually beat the Falcons, uh, 27-13. Uh, it was, oh, I'm sorry. No, it was 23-20. I'm sorry. Let me see these games here. Yeah, two games on the slate tonight. It was the Titans beating the Falcons 23-20, and right now the Seahawks are beating the Chiefs 14-7. So I don't know. I'm going to see where it's at. Oh, it is on the NFL Network. So if you guys are wanting to watch it on NFL Network, there you go. So those games will be on. Go back here tomorrow. You kind of got a slew of games here tomorrow. A lot of 1 o'clock games tomorrow. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 1 o'clock games tomorrow, consisting of the Green Bay Packers and the Colts, Patriots at Vikings, Dolphins at Lions, Browns at Eagles, and Panthers at Texans. They're all 1 o'clock games. You have one 4:30 game, so there's a dinner time game tomorrow. That will be the old Battle of the Bay, which is no longer. San Francisco will go in and play Las Vegas, and then tomorrow night you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games tomorrow night, which is Rams and Chargers, the Battle of Los Angeles at 7 o'clock. Tampa Bay visits Pittsburgh, also at 7. You got the Battle of New York, Jets and Giants at 7 o'clock. Ravens and Cowboys. That should be an interesting game. I might actually watch that. That might be a very interesting one. Late game for tomorrow night is Cardinals at the Broncos, and then we have 3 to finish up, or 2 on Sunday. You have the Jaguars at the Saints. You have the Bills at the Bears at 8 o'clock. That should be pretty interesting. Little Sunday night football there. And then Monday night, you have the Bengals and Commanders finishing out week 2 of the preseason. So let's see what happens, man. Let's really, really see what happens there. Like I said, I'm a lot interested, looking forward to the cornerback battles. I want to see who's going to who's going to step up and kind of get their name out there. Is it going to be the young man that we got from the young guy that we got from the Raiders? I would love to see, what he would do. A lot of interesting things to see. One is really interesting. Shedeur Sanders will not play tomorrow, which I was kind of hoping he would. I would like to see the young man play. I want to see. I did see a little bit of him playing in college. To me, it was kind of, but hopefully, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. Also, really starting to think too, like if this isn't, if this game, if you really don't have a clear, if somebody's not taking that extra step there for this number 2 cornerback, I'm wondering, and also safety too. I've been keeping an eye on that too, because Justin Simmons has not signed anywhere that I have seen. I have not seen no news of him signing anywhere. Again, I would really try to wait and see what's what there with the Justin Simmons news. But I would, I'm waiting to see what's really going to happen with this stuff. I'm still kind of, with the whole letting Isaiah Rodgers go. I thought Isaiah Rodgers, they would at least try to offer him something to keep him here. He was young enough, and I think he would have been a great replacement for, he would have been a great replacement for Slay. And I think Slay was kind of building up for that. So, again, I'm hoping, I want to see some of these guys. Eli Ricks is, to me, Eli Ricks has been the guy who's been really, that I've been seeing and hearing, that's been making plays. So You also have Mac McClure too. I think he's been making some plays as well. Like I seen an article about him actually, like becoming maybe taking over CB2 spot. So we're gonna have to take a look, and I believe that was it, Mac something, right? Eagles roster. Here we go. No, I don't want that. There we go. Sorry, guys. I had to wet the whistle there. Mac McWilliams. That's the one that they've been talking about. Would be is kind of leading the way there. So I want to see what goes through. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to see tomorrow. I want to see how the Vanilla Gorilla looks again. He had a really good. To me, he had a decent first game. Jahai Campbell. I want to see Andrew Makuba. I mean, I believe he's going to get some snaps. He was playing with the ones too. So I can't wait to see what happens with that. Jacorian Bennett. That's the other kid I want to see. The one that we got from the Raiders. I want to see how he looks going forward. My thing is, do we get to see guys like Azeez Ojulari? Do we get to see him tomorrow? Because I would really like to see him play, just to let him get a couple snaps in. I'll tell you what, I'm also the kid Cooper, the wide receiver. I'm rooting for this kid. I hope he makes the team. I like Terrence Marshall. I do. But they got to find a way to keep this kid on the team. Darius Cooper. You got to find a way to keep him. He's been making plays. And you know what? Let's see what he's got. Why not? When was the last time you saw something again? And I'm hoping that it doesn't come at the expense of my guy, Jahan Dotson. I hope they don't move on from him or trade him away. I hope they keep Dotson and let Dotson get a year plus in with him. But so, I mean, guys, I don't know. Again, make sure you tune in for me and Pat on Sunday morning as we do our P&M and the AM. And also, coming new to this, me and Pat have been going live on our personal TikToks. So we always talk about our meal of the day on Sundays. So me and Pat have been putting up our meals of the day on Sunday. Al has yet to join in on that. We're going to have to break his stones about it. Because Al says some really good things about what he's making, but me and Pat have yet to see it. So we think it's just a farce. We don't think Al's actually doing it. So again, make sure you guys check us out. And later on in the day, you will see probably around dinner time, we will actually going to post what we've made. So we'll be showing you guys live on our personal TikToks, me, Pat. And hopefully Al jumps in on this one too as well. And we want you guys to start tagging the show, P&M and the AM, and taking a picture of what you guys are making. Why not? We're all about the food. We talk about it all the time on the show. Pat is like the hot dog eating champion among us. So, make sure you guys check it out. Guys, I'm going to cut this one short tonight. Make sure you look out tomorrow. Eagles 1:00. Phillies at 6:45. So we have a full day of Philly sports. Make sure you follow. We have the post-game show for the Birds right after the final whistle. Also, Matty B will be back with you tomorrow night for the Fightins final. So make sure you guys tune in for those. I am Mike Lara. I will see you guys probably Sunday morning. I might pop in on the post-game Eagle show tomorrow. Time restraint, if I'm not, I might pop in with Steve and just give some thoughts on what I see. But again, make sure you guys, if not, I will definitely be back on Sunday morning. So until then, guys, this has been the Wraparound. I am Mike Laro, and I'll tell you what, man, it has been my pleasure coming on here for you. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight, and I will see you definitely Sunday morning. So have a good night, guys.